Okay, take 3. Really, this is about take 572. What's up, everybody? This is Ev from D2X, welcoming y'all to the first episode of Kickback, where we kick back and kick facts on some kicks, Jack. But on a serious note, from this show, you can expect a couple of things. You can expect performance reviews on hoop sneakers, running sneakers, casual sneakers, what I'm running in and what I'm hooping in, etc., etc. And a quick disclaimer about the running shoes. I have a low arch and I walk on the insides of my feet, so I'm pretty limited with the amount of running shoes I can actually review on this channel. I will leave reviews for any shoes with high insteps for another person I know. Hopefully I can get them on this channel so that I'll fill in the gaps for anybody that might be interested. But that's beside the point. Without further ado, let's jump right into this review. Now, if you check my trailer, you already know what's coming next. A review of the Under Armour Charge Bandit. Now, when I first saw this shoe in stores, I was like, okay, I gotta get a pair. Not only because I thought the silhouette looked dope, but it incorporated charge cushioning, which if you're familiar with the Curry series or the Speedform series, you should already have an idea how charge cushioning works. So I was like, okay, I gotta experience this for myself. And then I came to find out that this shoe has some support for low arches. So let's get to the review. I'm gonna start with the upper. The upper is made of Under Armour's signature vent mesh combined with a bunch of synthetic overlays. Now, the vent upper itself is already pretty durable, but when you combine that with some synthetic backing, you're going to get the most out of these for a long time. As far as Under Armour's signature uppers go, this wraps more around the foot like a second skin than Clutch Fit does. Now, don't get me wrong, Clutch Fit is still a high quality upper, but I just like the feel of vent much more. This is what a quote-unquote second skin is supposed to feel like. Extra containment comes from the invisible heel counter. It does everything it's supposed to do, so heel to midfoot lockdown, excellent. Now let's touch on the midsole. A lot of the best running shoes, in my opinion, incorporate dual layer midsoles. Not only does the Bandit, or most Under Armour shoes in general, incorporate charge cushioning now, but you combine this with the original Micro G foam, you got the ultimate in lightweight responsiveness. Now, personally, from experience with Micro G, it does take a little bit more to break in, like some foams do, like your Lunarlons, maybe even your Zooms, but it's still very plush. Combine that with the responsive properties of a charge cushioning midsole, it's almost propulsive. It's also got a drop-in Micro G insole to add to the responsiveness as a whole. The reason why I say dual layer midsoles are taking over the running game is because you look at a lot of technologies that incorporate more than one type of foam in their midsoles, a lot of people say they're the softest shoes they've ever set foot in. Dual Fusion, Dynamic Duo Max, Charge, and Micro G. Now, because the forefoot drop is so low, I initially found myself heel striking just so that I could get the full benefit of the Charge midsole. But because I'm a natural toe striker, I eventually ended up running on my forefeet, and I felt the responsiveness do what it was supposed to do. Another part of the midsole where the support comes in is the medial post. A lot of stability shoes, they have a post that's directly underneath the heel, some directly underneath the arch. And the way the Bandit is set up, the post is under the heel, but it's very light to the point where it doesn't interfere with the heel to toe transition, which is something a lot of people have problems with some of these shoes, because the ride is a lot more stiff, it's a little bit more clunky. This eliminates that. Touching on the outsole real quick, you've got blown out rubber along with magnified flex screws for that optimal flexibility. People are going to have questions like, what if dirt gets lodged in the grooves and I can't run in these like I want to? It's real simple. Just don't take these on the trail. Point blank, period. I try to keep this as short and sweet as I can. It definitely gets the job done. And you'll notice with shoes where the medial post is directly under the arch, I almost felt an immediate difference between this and my Kayano 21s. Because if you look at the Kayano 21, the medial post is directly underneath the midfoot, and so the guidance doesn't take into effect right away until you take your first step in the shoe. You got the backing by the Dynamic Duo Max midsole, but you also want to account for ASICS heel gel, because the gel cushioning in ASICS compared to something like an Under Armour or a Nike Lunar Glide is pretty targeted. But nonetheless, I've run in all 3 of those models and they've all done an A1 job. But as a side note, that's pretty much it. I give the shoe 9 out of 10 stars. The reason why I can't give the Bandit 10 out of 10 stars is because the forefoot drop is just so low that you pretty much have to depend on the responsiveness in order to get the full benefit from it. Like I said earlier, I had to adjust my step to the point where I was running on my heel for like the first mile. And that was not good. I eventually ended up going back on my toes anyway. Like I said, once you stride it out, you're pretty much covered. But that pretty much wraps it up. Next sneaker video will be an on-court rotation video, show you guys what I'm playing ball in, and be on the lookout for the next Madden video. I'm doing a project right now with Madden. It's a road to the Super Bowl. I made my first Super Bowl last month. I'll let y'all know the results through video, so y'all be on the lookout for that. I haven't uploaded in a while, I get that, but there's a reason for that. Wait till you see my squad now, y'all gonna be like, damn! Long story short, I've been putting in work. And also, I got a surprise for y'all on Friday, so again, subscribe if you want to. Stay tuned. I'll be back with more content for you on a weekly basis. D2X is back in this piece. I will catch y'all next time. I'm out.
The Steelers with a nickel look here on defense. Breeze is going to take it from the shotgun.